Good day, everyone. Now we will gonna dive into our new topic, which are the legal basis of SBM, conditions for the success of SBM, and the things must be present for the SBM to succeed in schools, and the functions of a school head. Legal basis of SBM. So the Philippine Constitution provides that Congress shall enact a local government code that will institutionalize a system of decentralization, or the Article 10, Section 3, whereby local government units shall be extended more power and authority. So this means that power and authority are given to local government units to manage their own affairs, including their education. So, for example, a school principal can now decide how to use school budget to address specific local needs, rather than having to wait for approval from a central office. So this empowers schools to tailor their programs to unique needs of their community. So now, let's move on to the conditions for the success of SBM. So first, teachers, school heads must be given the opportunity to make choices. So this emphasizes empowerment and autonomy. Successful SBM requires trusting school personnel to make decisions relevant to their context. So, example, instead of dictating specific teaching method from a central office, the SBM model allows teachers to choose pedagogical approaches best suited to their students' needs and learning styles. A school head might allow teachers to select professional development opportunities aligned with their individual needs and school priorities. Next is the involvement of parents and teachers must be strongly encouraged and highly welcomed. So, SBM relies on collaborative decision making. Parents and teachers bring valuable perspective and insights. So, example, a school might establish a parent-teacher association, or the PTA, with a significant role in school planning and decision making. So, regular meetings and feedback mechanisms would ensure parental and teacher voices are heard in curriculum development, resource allocation, and school improvement initiatives. So next is stakeholders must participate in the development of a school improvements plan. So this highlights the importance of shared ownership. So a plan developed collaboratively is more likely to be successful. Example, the school head might organize workshops involving teachers, parents, students, community members, and local government representatives to create a school improvement plan. This participatory process ensures that the plan addresses the needs and priorities of all stakeholders. Next, as higher authorities must actively encourage thoughtful experimentation and innovation in an atmosphere where mistakes are viewed as learning experiences. So, this promotes a culture of risk-taking and learning. Fear of failure hinders innovation. So, example, the Department of Education might provide funding for pilot programs that test innovative teaching methods or school management strategies. They would also create a supportive environment where schools are not penalized for trying new approaches that might not initially succeed. Feedback mechanisms and opportunities for reflection would be crucial. Next is teacher must develop reflection and problem solving. So, continuous improvement requires critical thinking and self-assessment. Example, the school might provide professional development opportunities focused on reflective practice and problem-solving skills for teachers. Teachers might be encouraged to keep journals, participate in peer observation, and engage in collaborative discussions to to analyze their teaching practices and identify areas for improvement. In essence, successful SBM in the Philippines requires a shift from a centralized, top-down approach to a decentralized, participatory model that empowers local stakeholders and fosters a culture of collaboration, innovation, and continuous improvement. So, for school-based management or the SBM to be successful, international experience highlights these key factors. So first is have the basic resources. So this means schools need essential supplies, equipment, and facilities to function effectively. So this includes things like textbook, computers, classroom, and qualified teachers. So next is have developed an effective school support system. So this means that schools need a network of people and services that can assist them. This includes things like parent-teacher associations, community partnerships, and access to professional development opportunities for teachers. So the third one is provided with regular information based on their performance. So this means that schools need regular feedback in how they are doing. This includes things like student achievement data, attendance record, and feedback from parents and community members. So the fourth one is given advice in how they may improve. So this means that schools need access to guidance and support to help them improve. This includes things like mentorship programs or school leaders, trainings, workshops for teachers, and access to research and best practices. So the fifth one is emphasize the motivational element in the management work of their principals. So this means that school leaders need to be inspiring and supportive. They need to create a positive and motivating work environment for teachers and staff. And they need to be able to effectively communicate the school's vision and goals. So these factors are crucial for ensuring that SBM is implemented effectively and that schools are able to achieve their goals. So this shows the functions of a school head, categorized by rules and knowledge, skills and attitudes required. So first is the visionary principal, motivator, advocate, and a planner. So the function is to set the vision, mission, and goals of the school, organizes and expands school, community, and local government network. So for example, a school head in this role might develop a strategic plan outlining the school's goals for the next 5 years, focusing on improving student achievement and community engagement. Then they would actively seek partnerships with local businesses and community organizations to support the school initiatives. So the next one is the builder of networks and support system. So the function is to lead in developing the school improvement plan. So leads in developing and maintaining the school management information system. So the knowledge, skills, and attitude, development of teamwork, building consensus, negotiation, and conflict resolution skills, participatory planning, and administrative management. So for example, this rule involves facilitating collaboration among teacher, staff, parents, and community members to create a comprehensive school improvement plan. So they might also implement a new student information system to improve data management and communication. So the third one is the curriculum developer. So the function is to create a physical and psychological climate conducive to teaching and learning. So localizes and implements school curriculum, encourages development and use of innovative instructional methods focused on improving learning outcomes. So the knowledge, skills, and attitudes is generation, and use of data and information as a basis of planning and management, development of collective accountability for school and student performance, designing of the curriculum to address both national goals, local needs, and aspirations, creation of an open learning system. So, for example, a school head in this capacity might lead the effort to revise the school's curriculum to better align with the national standard while also incorporating local cultural elements and student interest. They might also introduce new teaching methods to enhance student engagement and learning outcomes. So the fourth one is the fiscal resource manager. So the function is to administer and manages all personnel, physical and fiscal resources of the school. So this encourages and accepts donations, gifts, and grants for educational purposes. So knowledge, skills, and attitudes. So fund management, serving as a model for transparency and accountability, especially in financial management. So for example, this rule includes managing the school budget, overseeing financial reporting, and seeking out funding opportunities to support school programs and initiatives. So they might also manage staff salaries and benefits, ensuring compliance with regulations. So that's all, guys. I hope you learned something. Thank you for listening.